Are you feeling crampy, bloated, and moist?
Yeah?
Is it itchy, bumpy, and red and about to fall off? Bloody, chunky, and smells like a musty rag dipped in sour milk?
Yeah!
Has it ever asked you a deep, thought-provoking question about life and then been like, no, JK, blood?
Oh my gosh, yes!
Tired of those ruby dingleberries?
What the f is that?
VleraBrite daily vlogs.
Is that an owl, dude? It's hooting.
I was here last time.
Owls live at the beach. We're here. We're at the beach at nighttime. And it's because DJ's having really bad allergies, and every time he comes to the beach, his allergies go away. So it'd be awesome if we lived beachside, but that's expensive. What was that?
Come on, like this.
Earlier, DJ asked me, he's like, what would you do if I walk like this? And I'm like, what kind of question is that? And then I walked away.
What's in there?
I don't know. What is
Crab?
in there? I don't know. We're just taking a nice stroll down the beach at 6:30 at night. How romantic. My hair is all over my face.
Dude, there's a person here.
She was running.
She has 1 foot.
She ran. Wait.
There's a one-legged
One-legged?
person.
What? What?
Oh, she must have run like that. Big foot, front foot.
What?
Right foot, left foot. Big steps.
That's weird. Water's coming.
Why'd you find that so weird? You're like, what?
Because it's weird. This is seriously one of the most relaxing things that exist. I wish I could pitch a tent and just stay here. What? What? Are you laughing at me or someone who commented on my wardrobe malfunction Instagram video?
You said you wish you could pitch a tent.
Oh, you little dirty-minded dude. I really do wish we lived on CTFXC's side of Florida, because then we would get to see the sunset over the beach. And we're up mostly during sunset rather than sunrise. So, it's just sad. What the hell?
I hear my jaw a little bit.
There's a guy that was riding my butt, even though I'm like, you know, look, I'm like closest. I can't go any faster. And he like tried to get in the other lane to pass me, and like he couldn't go anywhere, so he got back behind me and rubbed my butt again. What a meanie!
He rubbed your butt?
He's riding my butt. Meaning he's driving really close to the back of my car.
This guy's walking really slow.
And see, he just look. He's not trying to go around me now. You should vlog him. He's right there next to you. What a meanie. I was going really fast too.
I love this part right here. It's been a while since we played that song. Listen to that song. We used to listen to it on the way to BCC all the time.
BCC was our community college where we got our AA degree together.
Yep.
If you didn't know. If you didn't know, DJ and I have an AA degree.
That was our jam back in the
Which
day.
isn't not really.
We listened to that, the original I See Stars album. We listened to a little bit of
We listened to Akon.
Akon. We listened to Akon!
We always listen to like random stuff.
How do you like
T-Pain.
Akon? What is your favorite song and why?
What'd you say? Akon!
What? Oh, Jacob?
Yeah, listen to Angels and Airwaves, Liquid A2.
Those were the days.
Back when I didn't have TMJ, didn't have breathing problems.
And I lived in an apartment for 6 months. But I lived in an apartment because my mom got it but never moved to it. And then, can they even see me? It's like looking down. My mom got an apartment, never moved to it. And then I was like, oh, I'll move into it. And my dad was like paying for it. And then suddenly he's like, I'm not going to pay for that apartment anymore. You need to pay for it yourself. So I got a job, but the job couldn't pay for it. So then I got 2 roommates. And then they were actually a couple. And then they broke up and moved out. And then I didn't have an apartment anymore. And then I went back to my parents' house and lived in a small little office room because all the other rooms were taken. And now my house is really crowded, and I kept going over to DJs and recording music all night long, and eventually started staying the night there every once in a while. Then it got more and more, but I was sleeping on an air mattress because it got too late to go home. Well, not too late, but we were tired. And then eventually I just like lived there. There wasn't a point in time where I was like, I'm moving in. I didn't move in really. All of my like other stuff that I don't really need, like I have clothes and I have my makeup. That's pretty much all I have at DJ's. Shoes, clothes, and makeup. But all my other stuff is still at my parents' house in a closet in buckets or like bins. If you didn't know.
Buckets.
But
now you're in a bucket.
If you guys were wondering. And no, my parents don't expect me to be at their house. Their house is freaking full. We got my parents, we got Aiden, Jacob, Sarah, and Amber, and that's a lot of people. Before that, my other sister Beth was living there, but then she moved out, and she's older than me. So, yeah, it's crowded there.
Let's get some Dr. Pepper. Having a Dr. Pepper craving.
Someone asked me where I got these from. I got them from Tilly's.
You gotta wear your black frame glasses.
I left them at home, and they don't go with this outfit.
As Andrew would say,
I need a new shirt. This shirt's too big.
As Andrew would say, those glasses are fun sassy.
Making him sound like he doesn't know how to talk.
Well, he doesn't say the word. He says pho.
Or he says F-U-G-G-I-N.
And he doesn't say the X. He says sassy. Last night, we made a really big investment. I said that on Facebook. If you're liking our Facebook fan page and Twitter, if you follow us on Twitter, you already know this, but you don't know what it is. So I'm gonna reveal that to you right now. Basically, we did a lot of research. We almost bought a Neumann U87, but that's way too expensive, even though it's a standard in the studio. And we just figured we didn't want to put all that money into something that we weren't positive would sound good, even though it probably would because it's a standard and it's one of the best. But I feel like it might be a little bit overpriced just because it's a standard and they're like, oh, let's make it more expensive. And I did a little bit of research into mics, and I had a pretty set few mics that I wanted to buy because we want to buy some new equipment for the album, which, by the way, here's another little thing. We're thinking, getting all this equipment, we want to practice the album before we go into the whole collaboration thing so we know what we're doing.
In other words, EP.
Yeah, we're thinking about releasing an EP, recording some of the songs that we wrote in the past and never released. So maybe like 3 or 4 songs.
4 or 5.
And 4 or 5 maybe. 2 of which I actually wrote with other people, and they never went anywhere, but they're such good songs that we need to do something with them. We've got to kind of talk to those people and see what they're willing to work with us money-wise, I guess, because I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know how to deal with that, especially like, how are you supposed to deal with like a single with someone for your entire life if they expect it like that?
Yeah, I feel like that I just want them to agree with me that the songs are so good that if we don't do something with them, they're just going to die off and no one's going to hear them. Like, I want people to hear these songs, and we have a good platform for these songs to be on. So I feel like this would be the best way to do it, through VleraBrite on an album. We could promote it on our channel, and they could really show a lot of people the hard work that we put into it. Because it's songs that I wrote with other people, other bands, before VleraBrite started. One is When It Happens with Tony. We started that a while back and never finished it. And then the other is a song called
Word on the Street.
Word on the Street. It had a couple different names. We went around in circles with the band I was in called Fly Don't Drive, which is actually the reason why VleraBrite is VleraBrite, because I wanted to name Fly Don't Drive VleraBrite. They didn't like the name, and you guys know the rest of the story. We made a song called Word on the Street. It's a really good song. We didn't finish the lyrics, but we finished the music, and it was kind of exactly what VleraBrite wants to be, that sound, except it had a guy singing on it.
Well, there's no lyrics. I mean, no vocals.
There was lyrics for the chorus and for a breakdown.
But there was no recorded vocals, though.
We started.
I didn't hear that.
Maybe we did. I don't know. I guess we did. I think we started and we deleted them. Anyways, we want to experiment with our new mics and equipment on this album.
Notice how we said mics?
Yeah, we're getting 2 mics. Because one is a Shure SM7B, which is also a standard in the studio, but it's not too expensive. It's not the normal condenser wide diaphragm mic that you would get that's over $1,000 and sounds decent. Like this mic was used on Michael Jackson's
Wasn't only like $300?
I think it was used in Michael Jackson's Thriller album. It's only like $300 to $400, which is nothing compared to high-end mics. And it's considered a high-end mic. This is a standard in the studio. Almost all the studios have one just because they should, and I felt like it would be a good idea for us to have it. It's also a good mic for rock vocals.
And for live.
So I mean, I'm not saying it would I guess live too. I'm not saying that it'd be a perfect mic for Sabrina's vocals, but I feel like it'd be a perfect mic to experiment with. And since it wasn't too much, it wouldn't be like crazy to think, oh, let's buy this crazy mic. It was just like, I just felt like we should get it. So we might experiment with like background vocals with that mic and other things, but I didn't want that to be our main vocal mic. I did a lot of research, and since the Shure KSM44, which is what we use, is a little bit harsh on Sabrina's vocals and the high end, kind of makes it a little bit screechy, I wanted something that was a little bit smoother and deeper. So we got the Neumann TLM 103. And this microphone has the same capsule as the U87, except I think it's missing something that the U87 uses. But apparently if you have a nice preamp, that doesn't really matter and it should sound good. The mic is it's a very preamp specific microphone, which if you have a good preamp, it'll sound good, whereas the U87 will just sound good all the time. So we also got a new preamp. We got the Universal Audio Solo. Do you remember the number? It's a tube preamp.
I know what it looks like.
It's a tube preamp. I think it has 2 tubes in it, and I wanted a tube preamp so Sabrina's vocals would be nice and warm. And so the vocals should sound a lot deeper and warmer, hopefully, and smoother, and it should really be a nice combination. From what I've heard, the tests of the TLM are TLM?
Yes.
Why do I keep saying TLR? What's TLR?
I don't know.
TLR. Is that Chris Perillo's show? I'm not sure. I keep saying TLR. I think it would be a good combination. If not, we could send it back to Musician's Friend.
Oh, you just parked behind your dad. Oh wait, your dad's at VidCon.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
My dad's at VidCon. But if not, we can send him back because it's Musician's Friend, so it doesn't matter. But we're definitely going to test him out and see how it sounds. And I'm also thinking about, because a lot of people suggested this in the preamp, to buy a new tube and replace the tube. Get a really nice high-end tube. And I think we're going to try that down the line, not quite yet. And then after that, all we would need is we don't need it, but we want the XFX 2. So fractal audio.
But we're thinking that we're going to use the money we make from our EP to get that. Because
it is very expensive. So we're thinking, hey, if we release the EP, we have practice with the microphone and the preamp, then we might make enough money to buy the XFX 2. But if Fractal Audio wants to send us one, feel free to, and we'll do a review of it. It'd be nice.
Well, yeah. This thing's not liking the focus on you, man.
Alright, just to clarify earlier, I couldn't remember the name of this preamp. It's the Universal Audio Solo 610. That's what it looks like. Has a direct in the front and XLRs in the back, and it's just a nice tube preamp. That's what we're getting. What do you guys think? Any audio geeks out there that know this gear and thinks it's a good choice? I think it's a pretty good choice.
Hey Bieber, your birthday is in 18 days, but I don't think I can get you anything nice because we did this.
Get me the XFX 2.
Yeah, you want me to get you that?
Yeah.
Life. If you don't, you might not be a troll, but you're not very nice.